Hello students, we are studying chapter of chemistry. Name of the chapter is acids, bases and salt. Today we shall study its last topic, water of crystallization. First point is hydrated salt. We have seen that water molecule is part of the structure of the salt, like in gypsum, like in sodium carbonate decahydrate या copper sulfate pentahydrate. Such salts which has water molecule as a part of the structure are known as hydrated salt, and water molecule present in them is known as water of crystallization. Some salts have molecules of water as a part of their structure. Such salts are known as hydrated salt. Water molecules present in them is known as water of crystallization. So thus this topic is about hydrated salt and water of crystallization. The water present in hydrated salt is known as water of crystallization, and such salts are known as hydrated salt. For example, gypsum which we have studied, calcium sulfate dihydrate. So calcium sulfate dihydrate, but gypsum or calcium sulfate contain two molecules of water. Two molecules of water and become calcium sulfate. Two molecule, two mean di, calcium sulfate dihydrate means calcium sulfate containing two molecules of water. So it become calcium sulfate dihydrate. Similarly, copper sulfate contain 5 molecule of water and known as copper sulfate 5 pentahydrate copper sulfate. It is anhydrous copper sulfate, and if it contain water, so it is hydrated copper sulfate. Copper sulfate pentahydrate. Similarly, sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate also contain molecules of water. Sodium carbonate contain 10 molecules of water. And become sodium carbonate. Previously it was sodium carbonate. Now due to addition of water, how many molecule? 10 molecule. 10 mean deca. Sodium carbonate decahydrate. Na2CO3, it is sodium carbonate or anhydrous sodium carbonate, and when water molecule is added, so it is sodium carbonate decahydrate. So thus water of crystallization, hydrated salt, and examples we have covered. This water, which is known as water of crystallization, which is present as a part of formula or structure of the salt, give color and shape to the salt. What is the use of this water of crystallization? This water of crystallization impart color and shape or structure to the salt. Now we shall study action of heat. Second topic is, what is the action of heat? I shall change the pen. Second topic is action of heat on hydrated salts. Action of heat on hydrated salt. We know water of crystallization impart, that is give, color and shape to the crystal of salt or hydrated salt. So thus one thing is that this water give color and shape to crystal. If we remove water, then its color and shape will be removed and it will become colorless and powdered. So on heating, this water of crystallization will be removed. When we heat, then what happen? Water of crystallization will be removed, and thus salt or crystal of salt lost its color and shape. For example, CuSO4, it is copper sulfate, and 5H2O, it is hydrated copper sulfate. So it is copper sulfate pentahydrate. It is hydrated salt, and it is blue in color. Now if we heat it, then it will lose this water of crystallization, so it will become CuSO4 and 5H2O. We write this way. So now it is anhydrous. It was copper sulfate pentahydrate, which is hydrated salt. It is only copper sulfate, which is anhydrous, dry, and it become white in color. So thus, by heating, water removes, color change. Previously it was blue in color, now it is white in color. And it is interesting to know that if we again add water to this salt, which is anhydrous and white and powder, these are hydrated, it is anhydrous. They are in crystal shape, it is in powder. It is blue, it is white. This is because water is removed. So this color was due to the water. This shape of the crystal was due to the water. So thus, now again, if we add water in it, copper sulfate, which is anhydrous, it is interesting to note that it will again convert in, or it will again gain its color, it will become blue. So thus, CuSO4 plus water, it will again become, so it is white, and again it will become blue. So thus we have studied that hydrated salt contain water as a part of their structure. This water is known as water of crystallization. This water of crystallization give or impart shape as well as color to the crystal or crystal of the salt. If this water is removed, they will lose their color and shape. If again water is given, then they will retain their color again. Now we shall study this by an activity. Third point is an activity. Show action of heat on hydrated salts by an activity, or show by an activity how water of crystallization impart color to the hydrated salt, or show by an activity how water of crystallization impart color to salt. or show action of heat on copper sulfate pentahydrate. Copper sulfate pentahydrate. So question can be in any form. Main is that we have to show what will happen if we heat any hydrated salt like copper sulfate pentahydrate or calcium sulfate dihydrate or sodium carbonate decahydrate. Now object you will write according to the activity, it will be different. Now material required, as I am writing, object will be according to the question, and material required, we shall require a hydrated salt, any hydrated salt. Here copper sulfate is mentioned, so in this question some crystals of copper sulfate pentahydrate. A test tube, a test tube holder, and a burner. These things we require. Now what activity shall we do? Put 3-4 or 2-3-4 crystals of copper sulfate pentahydrate. Formula is copper sulfate pentahydrate in test tube. Then heat crystals in test tube. Observe color. So you have to observe color and other changes. Now so what we observe? Observation. The observation is that previous color was blue, after heating it become white. Color of copper sulfate pentahydrate changes from blue to white, and droplets of water appears on inner surface of of test tube. Now, so by this it is observed that crystal convert into powder, color change from blue to white, water appears. Now it's reverse. We shall again do activity. Add 2-3 drops of water in above white powder. Observe color. Again, what shall we observe? Observation. What is observation? Now again white color turns blue. So what is conclusion? On heating, crystals of copper sulfate pentahydrate loses water and its blue color and turn to white powder. On adding water, it again retain its blue color. So what is its result? Result is what was given in the question or activity, that water of crystallization impart color and shape to the crystal of hydrated salt. Water of crystallization impart, that is give color and shape to crystals of salt. Now this topic has been completed and time is left, so we shall do some questions. Questions. Question 1. Like that, are animals and plants pH sensitive? तो आंसर इज yes, animals and plants are sensitive to pH. Then next question is, what is the range of pH in which our body can work? तो you have to write pH in which our body can work. तो our body can work 7 to 7.8 pH value. Then question 3, what is the pH of acid rain? तो pH of acid rain is 5.6. pH of acid rain is 5.6 or less than 5.6, you can say, below 5.6. Next question is, what should be pH of soil for best growth of plant? तो it should be approximately 7. तो it is approximately 7 should be the pH. Next question is acid present on other planets of our solar system? Is acids present on other planets of our solar system? So its answer is yes. Venus, which is a planet of our solar system, that has sulfuric acid. Actually there are thick clouds of sulfuric acid. So yes, Venus has thick clouds of sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. So this is, animals and plants are also pH sensitive. Our body works approximately 7 to 7.8 pH range. pH of acid rain is below 5.6. pH of soil, which is best suited for plant, is approximately 7. And on Venus there are thick clouds of sulfuric acid. Now other questions. Question 6. Fresh milk has a pH of 6. How do you think the pH will change as it turns into curd. It is a textbook question, page number 35, question 11. So we know that as it is written, fresh milk has a pH of 6, but when it is converted into curd, then lactic acid is formed, and lactic acid has pH approximately 3. So thus its pH value will become lower. Curd has lactic acid which has pH approximately 3. So its pH will become 3. So this is the answer of this question. Okay, if fresh milk is converted into curd, then pH will change from 6 to 3. Next question. A milkman adds a very small amount of baking soda to fresh milk. Why does he shifts the pH of the fresh milk from 6 to slightly alkaline? It is textbook question, page 35, question 12. A milkman add a very small amount of baking soda to fresh milk. Fresh milk, we learned that it has pH approximately 6. Now milkman adds some baking soda which is base, so its pH will increase. Now why he add baking soda to increase pH? It will take more time to become sour from pH more as compared to 6. If milk has pH 6, then it will become sour early as compared to the milk if it has pH more than 6. So solution is that it increase time in which milk will become sour. Now second part of this question is, why does this take a long time to set as curd? So now solution. Curd has lactic acid and pH approximately 3. The question is that why does this take a long time to set as curd? So naturally, if we reduce the pH of milk from 7.5 or 8, which has become alkaline, 7.5 to 3, it will take more time as compared to the time taken by it to convert from 6 to 3. Curd has lactic acid which has pH 3. So it will take more time for alkaline milk to attain pH 3 as compared for milk with pH 6. So it will take more time for alkaline milk to attain pH of 3 as compared for milk with pH 6. So this is about this. So now this chapter acids, bases and salts has been completed. Thank you.